So now let me tell you what's happening. So when you're talking about a shot like this, the important thing to know is that it's about the ratio of spin to speed. So what happens is, when you hit the ball, the cue ball's hitting the rail, it's coming out, and it's got top right spin, so it's spinning this way. Let me use the cue ball for this. So what's happening is, when the cue ball makes contact, the 8 moves out of the way, there's some transfer of energy to the cushion. So when you're hitting it this way with top right English, that's forcing the cue ball to spin. Let's see, it'd be spinning this way, okay? And when it comes off the 8, it hits, and the spin is in this direction, okay? You see how that's spinning this way, which forces the cue ball to curve sharply into the rail. If you have just top English on it, okay, your top English is this way. Now, when it hits this, you've got the transfer of English, you've got some throw you've got some spin that's induced by the hit, because you're hitting those directly, which is taking away from the forward spin and causing it to come out flatter, and then it has a less degree of a curve at the end. So the top right, which is effectively spinning this way, is less. Think about this, when it hits the rail, if it's spinning this way, the rail is going to affect that spin less than if it's spinning directly into the rail with top English. Okay, so if it's spinning this way, the rail is going to affect that English a whole lot more than if it's affecting it on an angle like this. So the top right tends to hold better. The right hand English helps to hold it, and it makes it a sharper curve than if it's top English, which is going to be partially negated by the rail, and it's going to come out and curve in a slighter fashion. Does that make sense? There are 2 likely explanations for why you're scratching in the corner. The first one is you're hitting it too hard, and it's, ow, don't do that. Just have that refinished. You're hitting it too hard, and the spin isn't overtaking the speed, and it's going in the corner. The other likely scenario is you're not putting enough right-hand English on it. So you're getting pure top English, which takes you in that direction and doesn't force you forward into the rail. Because it's the right-hand English, it's the top right, it's the spin this way that forces you into the rail. If it's spinning with just top, it's coming out and it's just altering the line. Okay, and then you're using the spin to get off the 2 rails and down and over for the 9. You can shoot this shot with pure right-hand English. You don't have to hit it hard and still get that leave, because your forward momentum is going to carry it forward off the 8. You can also use just a whole lot of right-hand spin. Does the same thing. You can see there, that's almost exactly pure right, just a slight bit high, but just pure right. I know we talk about tangent lines a lot, and the tangent line here is straight out, but it's actually not, because you're hitting the cushion. So the tangent line for this shot is not straight across the table. That is not your tangent line. I mean, so it is the tangent line because that's how we define tangent line, but it's not the direction the ball is going to go with no spin. With no spin, the forward momentum is going to carry this ball off angle. Okay? So it's not going to come straight out. it's going to come off angle with no English. And we can show that. See, it came on this angle right here. It didn't come straight across the table on the tangent line like you would think, because momentum applies to this shot. And the more, and it's kind of funny, the more momentum you have, the more the rail depresses, the closer to that natural tangent you have. So, my suggestions are that you're most likely you're hitting it too hard. All right, so hit it softer, more right than top. So if you look at the cue ball, you can see the blue dot right there on the 2 line. And if you're playing this in a tournament, don't shoot it either of those ways. Shoot it like this. So you can see that was almost in the center. It was just a little bit of low English. It wasn't extreme, and it works just fine.